Welcome to The Elephant. This is episode 4 of Making of the Millionaire series. Today I want to talk about my top 10 role models in business and who I, in my personal life, aspire to be and look to daily towards advice, information, and business tips. And might be a long video, so let's just get started with number 1. Number 1 is Patrick Bet-David. Who he is he's an entrepreneur, founder of Valuetainment, and several other platforms and companies such as PHP Agency, which is an insurance firm, insurance company. He also runs his own podcast called the PBD Podcast, where he talks about politics, and he's one of the most impactful business content creators, and has one of the best education channels on YouTube for anybody looking to be in business who are already in business and who are trying to get better. He has a broad range of videos spanning from young entrepreneurs, the best books to read, how to hire, 9 things that successful people do well, 9 things that won't make you a great CEO, 8 things that'll make you a great entrepreneur, everything like that. Anything that you want that has anything to do with entrepreneurial advice, business tips, or just motivational talks, he's your go-to guy. His audience is business leaders, entrepreneurs, and the future CEOs, or people who are already in it and are just trying to get better and improve how they manage their company or how they manage a bunch of people under them. What he does well is he tells powerful stories, simplifies complex ideas. Within his stories, he invokes emotion, invokes characters and creativity into what he is trying to display or give out to the public. He makes you think about the bigger story, and from his own backstory of being a refugee from Iran, going to Germany, and coming to the States, and being an immigrant here and making something out of nothing. And it just invokes a really inspiring story for anybody trying to become something and who is living from nothing right now. Number 2, Martell. Who he is he's a SaaS investor, coach, entrepreneur. He's become the go-to guy for giving just practical advice about AI, about automating systems. His audience is young tech-savvy entrepreneurs, especially young men who are trying to scale and sell products to different customers. He really invokes an inspiration and a drive into people who are younger and people who are underestimated, and he believes in the younger generation to make a big impact on the world. And what he does well is his short form content is high energy. It's kind of just practical advice about business, and incorporating some AI into it, incorporating new technology. He makes all of his content very easy to understand, very easy to just take away from, and he just leaves every video with you feeling like you want to go and conquer the day, and in case business. Number 3, Gary Vee. Who he is he's one of the more OG entrepreneurs. If you've ever heard of him, you might not know what he does though, and he is kind of like the content media king. He's the CEO of VaynerMedia, and his audience is everyday person who is looking to be a creator, create a side gig, a side hustle, and just a business-minded folk. And his advice is very practical. It's very just get up, get to it, do it. He gives very practical life advice and very practical media advice. He always keeps everything authentic and genuine. He's ahead of the curve when it comes to media trends, social media contents, social media creation, and digital marketing space. He's a very interesting guy to listen to. He makes everything really complex. He breaks it down, and I love how he just has kind of a connection to his customers and to his audience. Not just one of those people who feels really hard to get a hold of, really hard to imagine what his life is like or how he got there. He's very much in with the people, and so that's what is really just realistic and great about his personality and his business model. So that's number 3. Number 4 is Alex Hormozi. Who he is he's the author of $100 Million Offers and the co-founder of Acquisition.com. His audience is Entrepreneurs looking to scale businesses in the service or in selling products, just getting a good basis of knowledge on how to start and when to start and where to start. What he does well is he doesn't waste any time. Every sentence seems like a new business gem, whether that's within a quote or within a tip or just giving advice to people on how to get crap done and how to start today even when you don't have anything. He has a very realistic look on life. He puts everything into perspective. He weighs out the options, and he seems like a very driven-minded person. Number 5 is, this is not really a person. This is more of 3 people in one, and it's a School of Hard Knocks. What it is it's a content platform that interviews ultra-successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, billionaires, people who've made it and how they got, and it's really just how they got to be where they are, and just their story behind everything. This is the main guy who runs it, but this is just his other colleagues who are behind screen, videotaping, editing, helping him out along the way. Their audience are young strivers looking to become successful in business, in the marketplace, and in the real world. And these entrepreneurs that they interview are people who've made it and people who are looking to give the younger generation or giving people after them a look of hope for how to start a business, how to grow in the real world. And what they do well is their content is fast, it's powerful, and it's highly motivational. It cuts to the chase. They ask a question, the entrepreneur or billionaire or millionaire answers it in just like an easy to digest way that it is hard not to understand. It just showcases the different ways that people have made it in life. It's just fascinating to see how different entrepreneurs and successful and different fonts of successful come throughout life and how you can make it yourself. And so that's number 5, School of Hard Knocks. Number 6, Lori Greiner. She's an inventor, investor, and queen of QVC, and most known for Shark Tank. Shark Tank, if you've never heard of it already, Shark Tank is this TV show where basically a bunch of people come on who are looking to sell a product to the mainstream or to the mass, and these sharks are basically business investors, including her, are people who are just trying to look at these businesses on which they can invest money into and scale up and make a profit out of and make these people wealthy and not just themselves. And it's just a great TV show for anybody who's looking to be in the business and how intense it really can be. But her audience is aspiring product creators, especially the women in business. And this is what she does well, is she teaches confidence, quick decision making, and how to pitch and how to position yourself as a powerful, confident, successful person. She's all about the mindset and the market fit. And that is number 6, Lori Greiner. Number 7, Cardone. Who he is a real estate mogul, speaker, and creator of the 10X movement. His audience is bigger thinkers, salespeople, and long-term wealth builders. And what he does well is he lights a fire under you, whether it's sales, investing, or mindset. He pushes you to think long-term, build assets, become wealthy, not just rich. And he wants you to think more in the bigger picture, bigger scope of things. And he wants you to ultimately want more in life. His daughters are a good example of people who, it's a drive in him to not only want success for himself, but to want success for other people. And he's just a great salesman, a great speaker, and he really just gives great money lessons on how to invest, how to deal with money, how to build assets, and how to not have any liabilities. So that's number 7 is Grant Cardone. Number 8, Codie Sanchez. Who she is she's an investor, founder of Contrarian Thinking, and teaches people how to build boring but successful businesses. And she gets people to think about how their passions really can create something and make something flourish if they are willing to pursue it. Her audience are young entrepreneurs, content creators, and those looking for freedom through their business, through their passions, and how to make money and scale with just a little idea. What does she do well is Codie has an insane gift for making difficult topics easy to understand and easy to digest. She gives practical-minded advice to people who are just getting started, and she mixes financial literacy, mindset, and smart country and plays in every video. Her short-form content is gold. If you listen to it, I haven't really listened to a bunch of her podcasting or a bunch of her long-form content. Her short-form content gets to the point, gives the ideas, and gives just your key takeaways of what you need to do today to start, to scale, and to grow. And she's just a very great person in terms of somebody who maybe doesn't know all the business jargon and somebody who is just getting started throughout their business journey, and just kind of gives them a little bit of just easy, understand, but powerful advice. So that's number 8 is Codie Sanchez. Number 9 is Nick Bear. He's the founder of Bear Performance Nutrition. He's an athlete and a content creator. His audience is aspiring fitness entrepreneurs and those who are trying to level up. He shows the reality of what it takes to be not only a really fit, goal-driven person who is always doing marathons, ultra races, or Ironmans, but somebody who is trying to raise a family, trying to support him, his wife, his kids, and trying to build a business that is successful. What he does well is he blends the fitness, business, and discipline into one thing, his content. Not only comes in podcast form, but he has vlogs on a day in the life or behind the scenes of what it takes to be a CEO of BPN. He pushes you to be your best self in the gym, in business, and ultimately in life. Number 10, somebody who kind of goes off the rails of everyone else, but is still, in my opinion, a great role model and somebody who is great for the business sense. And that is Kirk. He's a political commentator and founder of Turning Point USA, somebody who goes on college campuses and debates college students. His audience are young adults interested in politics, freedom, and conservative values. He's a very Catholic, conservative look on life. He believes in traditional family values, and he emphasizes the idea of having a strong spiritual grounding in Christ, and brings up some really complex political ideas and turns them into clear, easy-to-grasp messages. Not only is he known for his college talks, but he has a podcast. He has conferences like this past 2 weekends ago or last weekend. He had a big conference with some of the best political commentators on there. Just talking to a bunch of the young Gen Zers or young millennials about politics and how they can grow and how they can strive to become better people in society. And he is just great at sparking thought, invoking emotion, and debating among everybody. He's just a great person to look up to in the political world. This is not necessarily I want you to leave this video thinking this is your top 10 role models. This is a video to inspire you to find your top 5, top 10, top 15 role models in your life and in your business journey. Because anybody who is successful, all these people right here, can tell you that they always had somebody, at least one person, but it's better to have a few who they really looked up to in business, in life, and entrepreneurial aspect of life. I really do think it's impactful, and not only that, but it's necessary to have role models to look ahead to and to look and inspire to be, because when you're on that lonely walk or lonely road of trying to build something for yourself, trying to build wealth, trying to create something, trying to sell something, everybody else has left that train and left you on the elevator to success. You need to find people who you look up to at the top of that elevator and realize that those are the people that you inspire to be. Those are the people who you want to become. Those are people who you want their life in a way, and not necessarily to the T, but these are just people who inspire me to become a great business person and a great entrepreneur, and overall just have that sort of grasp on reality and the business aspect of things. I hope that you found value out of this video, and if you did, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and I hope to see you next week for part 5 of the Making a Millionaire series.